Oh boy, something big is happening today in the market and you must pay attention to it. And this is going to change a lot of things going forward in 2025, especially with what we've seen recently with Libra, or the Argentinian meme coin that launched and pump and dumped and launched by the president of Argentina. And now we're seeing a lot of hate going Solana, and especially Solana meme coins, and people are pissed. Now what you notice here before, guys, is what I've always been saying is that ETH memes, they are destined. And I started to say this since we started to see pump fun, basically, because what people do is that they sell their bunk on Solana, right? They sell their bunk, the dog we've had, and they buy the newly launched meme coin on Solana, and there are thousands and millions of them launching every day, which basically is a liquidity black hole, which does not let those coins run up. Now, if you look at the top 10 meme coins, the top 3 here, 2 of them are on Shiba Inu and Pepe. Now, Bonk is one of the few on Solana that are actually have an actual shot at staying around in this bull market of 2025. But the major shift is happening today as people are noticing and finally waking up to what's going on. If you just scroll in on Twitter and recent drama around Solana and how they facilitated inside trading the Libra meme coin, and people are starting to wake up that Solana is becoming a major Gitlana casino that is not really safe for most people, and the odds are rigged against everyone that is not an insider, and also proving that most people actually want to make life-changing money with meme coins. And can you actually make life-changing money with meme coins still in 2025? That is the question. So I've been fortunate enough to catch a lot of these top meme coins early on, like Pepe, Bonk, even if it's on Solana, and I'm gonna get to that, Flowkey, and others that were still here, like Toshi as well, which is on base layer 2 on Ethereum. And the thing is, it is actually possible to make life-changing money with meme coins, but what most people do is that they actually gamble instead of trying to just play it safe. So in the meme coin space, there is the gambling side, which is Solana, and there is the playing it safe side, which is Ethereum. So this was my opinion, or this is my opinion, and I've been talking about this forever. And since especially early 2024, when I seen pump fun and how people are selling their major bags like Bonk, which I was an early holder of, and I started to see it since pump fun, literally people started to get away from it and start to buy new launches, and I seen what new launches do, and I tried to catch new launches on Solana, and it was not really the greatest experience, and I was much more fortunate with the ETH memes. So it was pretty much very visible to me, but today we're seeing it happen before our eyes, that people are actually noticing, and we're seeing this even on chain. It's not even my opinion now. Today, in the last 7 days, ETH gas fees. So basically the gas fees on ETH, sometimes they do skyrocket for one day for no reason, but basically the reason is that there is large institutional movements and transactions happening on chain, which means a lot of liquidity is being injected into Ethereum. So large transactions, when there are millions and millions of transactions happening and large scale transactions happening on Ethereum, the gas fees do go up, and that signals that there is whale movements happening now on Ethereum. So this is today, guys, the time I'm recording this video, the gas fees skyrocketed, and I just noticed this morning, and I was like looking around, and then when I seen what's going on with the drama with Solana and everybody freaking out with this pump and dump from the Argentina meme coin, the only conclusion here is that people are moving away from Solana. They got enough, and then now they want some serious game. They want actually finally to follow the real path, or the most safest path actually to make money with meme coins is to hold something early, is to find something early. Basically, it's to do the exact thing they did on Solana, but to hold a bit longer, because on Solana what you actually see people do is that they go, let's say, to Solana, and they go to these millions on millions of new launches, and they try to find a gem in here, which is close to impossible unless you are an insider, where you can find these early. But what you can see when you go to trending on Dex Screener on Solana, you would see all these like 18-hour green plant next to it. This means this is a new launch. 18-hour, 4 hours, 21 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 31 minutes, 6 hours. You see a lot of new launches every day on Solana that are pumping, and people are buying those, and most of them end up going to zero. And that's why most people keep losing money. But until now, they had enough with the that Libra meme coin. And because the main pain point here is because most people they found out that there are a lot of insiders into these things. And even Jupiter, which is a DEX, a decentralized exchange, they were found to be as well facilitating those inside trading, and Meteora as well facilitating those early snipers and facilitating all those people that get in early and dump on everyone. So people have enough now, and we're seeing clearly that people are moving to Ethereum memes, which in my opinion are still superior to Solana meme coins. And as I said, top 10 at some point, the top 10 meme coins will all be 8 memes, besides maybe Bonk. And the reason Bonk is because Bonk was mainly started on exchanges. Bonk was on Bybit exchange, one of the largest exchanges, when it was at $10 million in its market cap. So most people actually bought in Bonk from an exchange. For people to sell Bonk and go buy the next launch on Solana, they actually have to do more steps, which withdrawing their Bonk from exchange, then going on chain to swap it back to some new launch. So it makes it harder for them. That's why we're seeing Bonk sticking up. I do think official Trump meme as well is gonna somewhat trend towards nothing overall over the long term, but since it's now on exchanges, maybe it's gonna find a floor around 1 billion and below, and it's gonna stay there for a whole long time. But basically the top 10 memes are all gonna be, or 9 of them are gonna be ETH meme coins, and I'm gonna explain why. But basically in here, what most people do is they do the trending and they keep losing money. But now they are waking up, and I do think what they're gonna do now is, like, if you go to ETH, let's say, and you go to the trending meme coins, and what you see on ETH, you see the big difference. There are only there are only 4 new launches, 1 5 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 2 hour, which I don't recommend ever jump onto something hot that just launched today. You never want to do that. You want to wait for every meme coin that I actually try to get into has to be at least 1 month old, and I want to see how it's done before getting into it. I want to see some past performance, let's say. So when you go on ETH, there are only 4 coins that just are trending today that are new, and most of the others are from the past, or at least a month old coins. That's the major difference, and most people are going to start to wake up to this. Not only going into trending, but this is one way what Solana meme coin traders do. There are other ways. Basically, you want to look for strong communities, and also because they are on ETH, so you have to stick with the ones on ETH. The point is, I do see that a lot of these Solana hate and Solana capital that is flowing back to Ethereum is probably going to flow into ETH memes. And we can clearly see that ETH memes are bottomed, and we can look at this and see this just from Pepe today. So Pepe has been in this range for a while now, this low at around $4 billion. But today, something as well is happening with the spike on that, with the gas fees spike on Ethereum. We're seeing Ethereum pumping. Whoa, that is actually major. We don't see ETH pumping a lot, especially since recently there was a lot of hate around it. And today I woke up and I see ETH pumping, and I was like, what's going on? Why is it pumping? I was looking on Twitter, there are no news, nothing is happening. Why is it pumping? So it went as high as 2,800. Now it's pulling back, but because it took out these previous highs here, this is low time frame, so it took out this 2,700 level. So that tells me there is some strength. They want to push it back up. But the thing is, why is it pumping? There is no news. Then I keep digging, and I see the drama going on with Solana. Then I go on chain and see what's going on. Then I see the ETH gas fees are spiking. This all is telling me a lot of money is coming back to Ethereum that is soon gonna find its way into our meme coins on Ethereum. And also layer 2s like base chain. We also seen recently CZ, Binance promoting BNB meme coins. Probably we're gonna see something going on there. But today's video is mainly to tell you, or to talk about, is it still possible to make money from meme coins? It is still possible, and now we're seeing more and more the stars getting aligned for a major ETH season. So these days it's very important to keep an eye on that ETH chart. And this is basically what's going to tell us what's going on. Now I'm seeing a lot of influencers started to now talk that ETH has to pump for an altcoin season to happen. And people started to wake up to this as well, as much as they are waking up to that Solana, Gitlana casino as well. People are starting to keep an eye on ETH, and they want ETH to pump. So clearly we want to keep an eye on the ETH chart. You can see clearly as well, this is a support here, or a demand, a major demand area here, where whenever the price comes back here, we see bounces, we see prices bouncing off these levels, even from back in 2022. We've seen a major rally from here, and then we spent some time below it, and then once we broke out, we've seen this major pump, let's say, and now we're here. So one thing as well to look at is ETH BTC, and to my surprise as well, today we're seeing as well ETH BTC. I know this actually looks hilarious to talk about a pump on ETH because it's tiny, but keep in mind that ETH pumping today on a Monday with the increase of spike of the gas fees on a Monday. Usually banks open on Monday, big institutions or large institutions do their transactions on Monday. And especially since this real bleed we've seen and bloodbath on ETH and meme coins and Ethereum and altcoins, seeing a green Monday is something special, especially on ETH BTC chart. We're seeing it now happening. Can this be the actual low for ETH BTC? It's very likely that actually this is the low for ETH BTC, and we're going to start to see ETH pumping again. Now, I want to go back to ETH chart. So this is a more technical chart. This is my personal trading chart for Ethereum here. And I have some basic levels. So those are the levels I always keep an eye on. I had an actual alert here that went off today as well, which I've seen it before it actually went off, but I want to keep it here there. So what we have is that 2,800 level, which is basically this wick from this previous time here. And we can see that as well. This is a second layer of resistance we got, while the major layer is 2,700, which we are above now today. Hopefully we close the daily candle above it. As you can see, we're seeing ETH trying to actually close the daily candle above 2,700. Now we do have this yellow line that I have here, which is basically a point of control, basically where most of the volume happens on ETH, and we don't want to lose it. So that actually stands at around 2,600. Now keep in mind, even if you don't hold ETH, the reason we're talking about it is an ETH pumping means altcoin season. So it just comes down to this. I hold multiple coins, and I don't have time to do technical analysis on each one of them. So what I do is I just track Ethereum, because I know if Ethereum is pumping, my other coins are pumping. I don't have to go and check each one of them. So what we notice now is that we are back again in this range. This is pretty much the range we are at now, trading at, with a slight uptrend here. This is a slight uptrend, or a triangle, you might say. So what I do think is happening here, or what we want to see happen, is a daily close above 2,700 and a reclaim of 2,800 on Ethereum, and that pretty much could start to bring hope back in the market. Also today, because of this really little pump on Ethereum, we started seeing a lot of bullish sentiment towards ETH by just a little pump. So imagine what 3,000 ETH is going to do to us here, what the market is going to look like, how bullish the market is going to switch and turn. And in my opinion now here, if we see ETH coming back above 3,000 and above 3,000, especially 2,800 and closing there, that means we're slowly going back towards these previous ranges here, and then all-time high, and then the actual major altcoin season. And the only way I'm preparing for it, guys, is by holding ETH memes, because I know these are gonna follow ETH and follow it massively. And once the ETH season is gonna pick up and start to rally, a lot of people are gonna have enough of those Solana meme coins, not because they are bad, but because people got burned so much into new launches and coins on pump fund that do nothing, that is just going to create a lot of PTSD towards Solana meme coins. So even though Solana blockchain is one of the best blockchains, even though Bonk is one of the best meme coins, but because of the PTSD that's being built towards Solana, and as I've shown you now with the hate and all that's going on with, and especially the Argentinian meme coin, I do think there are gonna be a lot of PTSD from these Solana meme coins, and people will only touch meme coins on ETH or on exchanges, and that way I'm prepared for the actual major season when ETH will flip bullish again. So anyways, to summarize it, I do believe that ETH is gonna break all-time highs again. And 2025, we're gonna see a major altcoin season. Pretty sure a lot of you now watching see it happen. I don't see why Ethereum will not go to all-time high and break above all-time high. And second thing is, when that happens, what would actually really matter is longevity and coins that were here before the actual pump happened on Ethereum. And I'm seeing a major shift that might happen, or very likely to happen, is the PTSD from Solana meme coin trading, and people will try to find finally peace within themselves and stop gambling and believing in something and trying to play at least long term or mid term, at least 6 months, at least 3 months of holding something and having a true conviction or thesis of why you think something is going to go up, rather than just jumping on it straight up because this is the hottest thing to do right now in today's market. People are going to slowly shift towards long-term plays, which is long due, which we're surely going to start to see. And this is a way to see an actual sustained altcoin season. And with a sustained greed index, as you can see, the fear and greed index is still at its lowest because people got burned a lot now gambling on Solana meme coins. Now, will gambling on Solana ever stop? I don't think so. There will always be people trying to gamble, and I do think this is gonna come back at some point again heavily, and it's gonna come back strong once people gonna get rich again from ETH memes and from other altcoins that are stronger and sustainable. Once people are gonna get rich from those, they're gonna come back gambling again, maybe at the end of 2025, but or at the end of whatever, when will the altcoin season is gonna happen and people are gonna be rich again, they will start gamble again. But when people have less and less trust and less money, they do choose long term, and this is basically what we're seeing now playing out today with the gas fee spikes on ETH and the little pump on ETH here, and how the sentiment is as well around Solana meme coins. Anyways, hope this was helpful, and thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.